Thanks for joining me. I've just got back from Molineux where it's finished Wolves 2, Burnley 0 on Wednesday the 28th of August 2024 in the Carabao Cup. The first thing to say, it was a very changed starting 11 from Sunday's 6-2 drubbing at home to Chelsea. The only player who started tonight who's played on Sunday and who started the first two games was Ryan Aït-Nouri, and Sarabia is the only other one who's started a game this season. And apart from that, it was like, you could say, the almost like the reserve 11, but they did well. I mean, they had everything to lose tonight because Burnley was a great chance for them in the cup against a bigger team, opportunity to cause an upset. But Wolves played well. Bentley, I can't remember him having a save to make. They've obviously worked on the defence, but 2-0 win, but you've got to take into consideration the quality of the opposition. It's stating the obvious, but they were not exactly an Arsenal or a Chelsea. And as I say, Bentley, I can't remember him having a save to make. They had a shot that went wide, and I think Bentley had it covered in the second half. But before we scored, a lot of the players were looking lively. Chiquinho looked lively. Guedes looked lively. Podence, he looked good. Pedro Lima, who started at right back, he looked very good. And perhaps the best move in the first half was a solo run by Aït-Nouri, where he jinked his way past their defence from wide out on the left, straight through, one-on-one on the keeper, hit it with his right foot, but hit the keeper and went over. Podence, he's got something that the other players don't have. He's got something in his locker that can at times spring open defence, but at times it could lead to him giving away the ball and looking not so clever. But the first goal was a great cross by the teenaged defender Lima, and Guedes, he finished it nicely. And who was it? There was an injury in the first half. Yeah, it was Boubacar Traoré, and he was just before half time replaced by the captain Lamina. It was good to see Craig Dawson and Santiago Bueno starting in the middle of defence. They look good. Santiago Bueno, in his undemonstrative, quiet way, he had an effective way, keeps it simple, but it was effective. But in the league, one win in the 14th, but again, it was not exactly tested, but all you could do is beat what's in front of you. And in the second half, Guedes took his chance, put it away well. I was surprised by his speed. It was put through. I think it was a Lamina long through ball, and he raced away from their defence. I didn't know he was that fast. The keeper stayed on his line and he jinked it past him. And then the Gary O'Neill made quite a few substitutions. He brought on Wang for starters. He brought on Doherty, and I don't know if he took off Dawson. He brought on Totti Gomez, but I don't know if he took off some of those players because he was resting them for the Forest game, or if it was just part of the strategy. But the draw for the next round is tonight, so it'll be interesting to see who we get. It'd be nice to get a home tie and have a bit of a run in this cup, because it's a Wembley final, and I believe you can get through to Europe if you win this trophy. And in the transfer market, we're supposed to be signing the goalkeeper from Crystal Palace. I know some fans won't be happy at that because he's ex-Albion, and at Crystal Palace he hasn't been the automatic first team choice. I've heard tonight on WM, the BBC Radio WM, that we're possibly going to re-sign Leander Dendoncker. Not sure what to make of that as yet, because he was at Villa, but he didn't get regularly into their team. I don't think he was in the Belgium squad for the Euros in the summer. And we're signing the 18-year-old Ethan Sutherland. But we seem to be signing a lot of teenagers, because there's that French centre-half. He's another 18-year-old. Are these guys ready for the first team squad? I don't know. What is Fosun's strategy in the transfer market? They made a lot of money, and we're not in FFP, and the money hasn't really filtered down to the money that we've spent, the money that we've recouped for the likes of Kilman and Neto. But it was quite a comfortable win, I'd say. It was a little more than a glorified training exercise. Maybe we played that well and just kept Burnley at bay, or maybe Burnley weren't very good, but it finished Wolves 2, Burnley 0. If you have any comments, please feel free to write them in the comment section. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.